Good evening. My name is Ted Burroughs, and the program is People to People. Tonight, People to People takes you to Chicago to meet one of the leading exponents of the modern school of jazz, Mr. Progress Hornsby. Mr. Hornsby lives in this modest apartment in Chicago. Good evening, Mr. Hornsby.
And hello to whoever who is saying hello to me.
It's nice of you to have us, Mr. Hornsby. Tell us, how do you like being in Chicago?
Why, it's the world's most, man, haven't you heard? They put out the fire. It's cool here now.
Progress, you're reported to be one of the world's great and young jazz musicians. Would you mind telling us how old you are?
I wouldn't mind. Would you mind if I sat a while? I don't want to stand all the time. What was that last question?
How old are you? When were you born, Progress?
Oh, I would be most hermetically sealed to tell you, sir. You see, I was born in 1927 on February the 68th.
Did you say February the 68th, Progress?
Yes, sir. You see, that was leap year. And that man, we really leaped that year. You see, we segued from February into October, thereby by avoiding the hot weather and making the whole year cool. You know what I mean?
Progress, I notice you have a most... Progress, you have a most unusual hairstyle.
Yes, it does have a touch of the Ming Dynasty, doesn't it?
Progress, how do you get your barber to cut your hair that way?
I insult him. And this is his revenge, but I love it.
How often do you have your hair cut?
I have my hair cut only once a year, sir.
Only once a year?
Yes, so I can save it.
And what do you do with all that hair?
I'm wearing it now, sir. This suit is made out of me. You have heard of mohair? This is me hair.
Progress, can we get on with our discussion of jazz?
I would be most hydraulically lifted too, sir.
Isn't it true that jazz originated in New Orleans before World War I?
There was a war?
Oh, yes.
How did we come out?
We won.
Solid.
Progress, I know you've been playing a good many years.
I'm hip, sir.
Have you ever played Europe?
Who published it?
No, I mean Europe, the continent across the ocean. Progress, I know that you've played with many of the all-time jazz greats. Would you say who is the most outstanding of all these musicians?
Well, without a doubt, man, it's Fats Fidelio.
Oh, yes, the great...
Fats Fidelio,
yes,
you've heard of him.
The great trumpet man. He was the first man to hit a C above high C.
That's the legend man. But the truth is that I was here, right here in this apartment 10 years ago, the night that Fats blew a high M.
An M? I thought the scale stopped at G.
Not for the brave, sir. You see, Fats was courageous like it. He hit an M, then he went for a high R above S.
And what happened to him?
Fats Fidelio has become the world's first space station. He blew himself out of this world. He is now circling this earth at a fine tempo. Ah, Fats, there he goes now, man.
Progress, I understand you've just completed a new album.
Yes, it's on the Condemned label.
Is it some special sort of hi-fi?
Oh, man, this is the highest they've ever fired. If they fire any higher than this, they're gonna foo. And when they start to foo, I want to be there when they do, man. Yes, sir.
Progress, it's too bad, Progress, that we can't have a sample of your music.
Oh, I always have a band in my apartment. What's the apartment without a band?
Tell me, Progress, what do you call your band?
We call ourselves the Garlambada Orchestra. We get a lot of work that way, otherwise we'd starve instantly.
Progress, can we meet the members of your band?
Wishing will make it so. On first trumpet, we have the late Fats Fidelio. On the 88, we have Johnson 66. On the bongos, we have the incredible Johnny Shrinko. On the siren, we have Pop Screaming Yo-Yo. And on the inimitable Nicto Barada, we have on radar.
You have radar in your band?
Oh, 'tis très nécessaire, sir. Whenever we play, we must be warned in case we approach the melody.
I see. Well, what are you going to play for us this evening?
Our latest recording, a song not yet heard anywhere. It's the national anthem of the moon. So if you're one of those creatures, stand up and salute or do that thing that you do, whatever you say. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's blast off.